Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome to VW Basics. Well, as luck would have it, I've got a dead battery on this Rutan here, so I've actually got a very good friend who's willing to drive on over to the house and jumpstart my battery for me so I can get on and run my errands. But it's actually a perfect opportunity for me to speak to you about how you can easily jumpstart your Volkswagen's battery if you ever find yourself in this same predicament. So I'm going to first of all show you that, like any conscientious driver, I carry a set of jumper cables with me at all times. They are going to come in handy here, so I'm glad I had them. In addition, I'm going to make sure that when I ask my friend to pull her donor car up with the live battery, that our cars are close, but that they don't touch. All right, come on ahead. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, good, stop. Now it looks like she's already gone ahead and popped her hood for me. Before I go and open her hood, I'm gonna have her turn off the ignition. Perfect, you always wanna make sure that that donor car's ignition is switched off. All right, good to go here. All right, now, jumper cables come into play. With jumper cables and battery terminals, you've got color coding. Red is always positive, black is always negative. To get things started, I'm going to take one of the positive clamps and clamp it to the positive terminal on the dead battery. You'll want to be sure to get a good firm grip there. Now, there is a specific connect and disconnect procedure when jump starting a battery, so you'll want to make sure that you follow these rules very closely, as well as refer to your owner's manual for exact specifications pertaining to your Volkswagen. Now, after having connected that positive terminal, I'm going to take the remaining positive jumper cable and connect it to the positive terminal on my donor car. Again, good firm grip is always your key there. Now, negative terminals come into play. I'm going to take this one down here and connect it to the negative post on my donor battery. Always want to be careful that wires and cables don't touch. Then we take that remaining negative jumper cable, and because this is the dead battery, I am not going to connect this jumper cable to the negative terminal on the battery. I'm actually going to pick a metal grounded piece on the engine, and there's actually, if you look down here, there's a clearly defined bolt that should work fine. Again, good firm clamp. Okay, we have all four terminals connected firmly. I'm going to go ahead and ask my good friend to start the engine on her donor car. All right, excellent. Now I'm going to let this car idle for a good couple of minutes, and after it has idled for about that time, I'm going to jump in my dead battery car and see if I can get it to start up. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop on into the Rutan here while my friend's donor car runs at idle. Let's try for ignition. That sounds like a car running to me. I'm going to make sure that the radio is switched off, my HVAC controls are off, and those headlights are turned off that I left on last night. I'm going to go ahead and let my car run for a good 30 seconds or so and let it smooth out, while continuing to let my friend's car run as well, but we've got ignition and that's what we came here for. Now I'm going to go ahead and let my car idle for a good 30 seconds or so to ensure that it can then run on its own. Once I feel like it's running smoothly and is good to go, I'm going to go ahead and have my good friend switch off her vehicle. And as my car continues to run and get charged back up, I can now start to remove the jumper cables in the exact opposite sequence in which I put them on. So that means that the first jumper cable I will remove will be the negative terminal on the now alive battery. Means I'm next going to go to the negative terminal on the donor car and remove that. Positive terminal on the donor car. Okay. And last but not least, the remaining positive terminal on my vehicle. Okay. All right. I'm going to close the cap here on the positive terminal. Close the hood there. Everything looks good here. And voila, I've got a very good friend whom I owe dinner for coming all the way over here to help me jump start my car. I've got a running vehicle and we are good to hit the road.